number 2 of Echo versus AB Bren.
Let's see, smell check. Oh, early Purify popped by Few already here. And also an early sprint already here, and not even a minute into the game.
Yeah. I'll use Sanford, very aggressive on this Benedetta. Well, in the mid lane, it's going to be Few as well as Ogren. It's all just to protect the Leslie. 4 protect 1 from me.
Okay, very interesting topic we discussed, but jump back to the Land of Dawn.
What is that skin from Leslie? Or maybe that there's just a
new
painted skin? No, painted skin, the wedding fail one, yeah.
Well, again, seeing the compositions of Echo here, this is one thing that I want to brought up, but let's focus on the top side first here. Sanford, eye for an eye. Ooh, man, that was a good one as well, as AP Bren did not find the break off. But yeah, composition-wise, Echo will somehow force AP Bren on towards the jungles here.
Yeah.
It's such a good composition if they fight in the jungles. Right, Lilia, Arlet, and AP Bren, they need to not go into the jungles. carve though, still able to get out of that. At the blitz, the turtle, see Flap finding one. Oh, JP Sanford looking to zone, red team battle, and will fall to Carl. Now Echo will just hit and run this, but AP Bren, will they force a fight? Like, oh, the re-engage, the setup, Ogren will fall as well. As you can see here, Echo, they will find the collapse. Few out of position, falls as well. And it was 0 for 0, and now it's 3 for Echo.
Kind of like looking at an orchestra. That is symphony at its finest. My goodness gracious, what a combo. The Violet Requiem combined with the Electro Final Blow from Sanford. This guy plays a main Benedetta Wolf.
And definitely Echo back at their Echo Express ways. And this is the Avengers-esque kind of gameplay that we know. Their own superhero landings. carve goes in with the ultimate, knocks up people, and then goes Sanford with the Petrify. You see Sanji also outplaying AP Bren, and then JP as well. You see Echo. This is them assembling.
For sure,
They're not going all together at the same time. They're doing one after the other, laying it like a cake and making it so cinematic for us.
I mean, if you're one of the greatest micro team of all time, you can do whatever you want and still get the W. But if I were to put money on who's going to be the MVP, I think it's going to be Sanford, man. Like, this guy has the potential to make a play in a team fight, also make a play in the foul lane. And Super Marco, very, very vulnerable.
Yep, Ogren now still holding on. He has the flicker and minion curry. Will he invest in that? Let's see, Echo taking their time, repositioning as well. And it is a 5-man Echo earlier on the bottom side of the map. But looking at the rotation, it seems like they will give... Oh no, Benedetta will rotate towards the top side. So now Echo will invest in 4 men in the bottom side of the map. But no, they will have space here to not engage in business.
And just look at it, like the vulnerability of a Leslie already showing the very first minutes of the game as they pop up the ultimate to get more vision for the objective take.
It's a 4-man versus 3 now. And carve will secure the Lord Turtle rather, and you can see here the knockup will be enough to find Ogwen with the help of the Biru's Bash and Betty though into rubble now. The backside will be taken now. Few also low and out of the game. Marco will be taken out as well as JP now will survive with the covers and carve isolated, taken out. Carl with the double under the turret now. Sanford, good! Eye for an eye. Great display of mechanics to Sanford now, though, will fall, and Ogwen finds the shutdown.
5-1-1, Wolf.
You could argue that was a shutdown, right? That should be like a wasted opportunity whatsoever, but that's just onto the 2 supports of AP Bren. They were the ones who got the shutdown gold or shutdown XP as well. And Echo are very happy with that because now what they can do is to eventually be aggressive. They took a lot of time away from the farming cores of AP Bren, and they took so much in the early stages. 2.7k at 5 minutes, and they have the Radiant Armor now on the carve. It's not going to be afraid at all.
carve though, looking for an angle in the backside. Good cover. Benny will be positioned. AP Bren with that, they will just back off.
I mean, what do you do as Leslie in terms of like utility? Like in the high ground potential battle, you can't really protect your turrets like Beatrix does, like even Moskov does. But even in the damage term, in the early game, you're not doing anything at all.
Okay, Sanford here will look for a kill. Oh, that was a steal and a knock-up as well! Calteezy out of the game, and now Hooper Marco petrified, flickers out of the way, but no, he will fall here surely. Calteezy taken out, but the good cover is Sanford.
Oh no,
misses
Marco!
that one, and JP taken out. Calteezy low, but Super Marco was isolated and taken out. Echo standing with 4, but AP Bren will have to be satisfied with 3.
I said earlier, Wolf, they're bringing the Indonesian game to MPLI. Already 13 kills in 6 minutes. But it is to be expected though, like on how weak the early game of AP Bren with this kind of composition.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so we already talked about the Radiant Armor, right? So it's going to be great versus Flap versus Few in some way against Calteezy. But now JP with the Twilight Armor, the typical counter to the Leslie. Sanford pushing the lane while forcing out Few. That is how you play the Benedetta, so calculated.
One-man team, well not really, everybody's performing, but Sanford is doing God's work for Echo and
Oh
doing
my
more!
god!
Another engagement, another kill! And Echo, this game, also in the first game, man, they are on a roll.
Leslie can't even get some farm in the bottom lane without being taken out. Calteezy far too aggressive, definitely punished.
Man, that's a little bit too overzealous.
That's right.
For sure,
But
for
Echo
sure.
still maintaining pressure on the other side of the map.
I mean, so far, Calteezy has been smart fella, but that was definitely a fart smella.
And now we can see the Echo with the player coming off from Sanford. He literally just pushed in the middle and then for some reason was already able to force out Super Marco. Knowing that Super Marco didn't have the flicker, it means that JP can just commit his own flicker, go for the final slash as well as the vengeance, and then you have the follow from Sanford for enough damage to take out this Leslie. The gambits that AP Bren are doing in the past 2 games, it ain't working.
I am very curious on what Super Marco already secured in his bag for his items. Does he even have one? I think
I think minutes you probably have one.
yeah,
right?
probably have one, but I think at this point, rushing a Wind of Nature just to get out of the Sanford's danger zone is a good idea, right? Even though you don't deal a lot of damage, it adds a layer of surprise to Sanford.
But you have to think about Calteezy too. That's magic damage that you're talking about. I don't think the Wind of Nature rush will give them anything. If anything, I think Haskell's probably, you know, that tech pick on the Haskell's probably is the better economic way to do it. But I think that AP Bren should just focus on just weathering the storm. Just like in game number 1, what they need to do is to get to the 23-minute mark.
Oh my goodness, let's see here.
That's
let's
asking
see.
too much
It's
once
the
again.
only win condition that I can see now.
In 9
6,000,
minutes.
man. 6,000
Yeah.
goal lead.
Once again, I think Echo is racing against the clock with 1k gold per minute advantage. They're looking to extend it much more with Sanji already wrecking havoc all by himself, as you said. Whoa, he has the highlights.
Knocked up here. Oh my goodness! Bursted down. The Minotaur
man.
will not survive that one. Ogwen does not even have time to pop his own flicker.
I mean, what do you do at this point? Like the beef that it's supposed to be beefy, it's not.
Yeah, well, he faced up against 5 members of Echo. And the worst thing about this is that he actually had a kill streak. He had a killing spree. That was shut down gold. That's a lot of gold that was given to Ben Cutie.
Oh my lord.
That's the worst part of it.
Out of all members.
Oh,
Sanford,
Super
no.
Marco.
No
with the
way.
Petrify as well.
You're
Final
not getting
blow.
away with
And
that.
Thank goodness Sanford will survive. And Echo will crack it.
Literally 1 second from the ultimate of Super Marco, and he gets one shot by Benny Cutie.
That was, Calteezy now, knocking one, and that's just a free kill. Benny, Nibiru's Bastion now, looking for the baser in the mid side. Tanchi quite low though, will not pop the black shoes, as a flap will be the trade. It's a 3-for-1. Well, it's a 1-for-1 from the earlier skirmish. But two basers, all three rather, will fall.
I mean, the whole Echo team should be jailed with all the crimes that have been committed in this game. How are you getting away with an offense as much as that, Sanford? That was a solid, like, I don't know, 4 seconds in the opponent's base, and somehow you're getting away scot-free and getting a kill towards Benny the Sniper.
And Benny Cutie is 3.8k gold above
Oh, man.
his opponent. Super Marco, this is the only time where he was able to get the Blade of Despair at 11 minutes, and that's the second item only on that Leslie.
Yeah, I think I can get the choice of Blade of Despair there. That's more of a Hail Mary item, right? So you're
For sure.
expecting yourself to play the best game possible and evading all the incoming attacks while still doing the damage. But is that gonna be enough
The replay.
against a team that is
You can see the replay.
as good as this? Like,
You can see. Watch out for. Ooh, it's just literally just them dealing the damage.
Yeah.
It's just that. And of course, even after the Paramis will be taken out easily. A double kill for the Beatrix for easiest one to land actually to get 10.4k.
I mean, they've been
10
doing the
minutes to
fancy stuff in the first 12 minutes of the game. I don't think they need to do a lot more fancy stuff to be able to win the game. They're just gonna take the Lord without any contest. Because if they're contesting, I think that's gonna backfire for sure.
Too easy. Yeah. For Echo now. And I can see that Echo just, I don't know, they might have just been revitalized at this point. This is not the Echo that we saw
Yes.
from MPL playoffs.
And this is also not the AP brand that we saw in MPL playoffs.
Exactly. And this is also not the Echo that we saw from the group stages. Not at all the
Yes.
first stages. They're different beasts today.
Seems like they will now look for the end with this Lord for Taltizi. Doesn't find the knockup, but they will find the final slash onwards flap. Echo again of taking their time here. Another round pops. Sanford in the front side looking for a kill. Does not find it, but Taltizi will not soak enough damage as the face to expose a Minion Fury for nothing. And Echo, they will send AP Bren down to the lower brackets.
Echo took Bren to the sea. And there's a reason that they are the apex predator of the ocean. M4 Champ strikes and secures grand final of MPLI 2023. Carl TZ and the whole Echo crew is looking at another silverware.
Game 1 for the side of AP Bren, definitely because of the draft, I would say, because of the gamble. But it can also be said for game number 2, went in for the Leslie, despite the fact that there's already an Arlott on the opponent's side. There's already the Guinevere. There's so much jump and dive. Like, Echo already drafted in the first few stages of the drafting phase, but they still went for the Leslie. The Minotaur wasn't enough to save that hero, and that was very clear.
And again, for the second time in the series, Bren, they drafted a very complex draft. It's very tough to pull that one off. And meanwhile, Echo, they're sticking to their comforts. They managed to find their early wins, and it's just quote-unquote easy from then and there. Just maintaining pressure, maintaining discipline, and that is Echo being sweeping AP Bren.
Just insanely clean game. But we are going to see what they have to say with Bude Clara and Rose on the stage. Take it away.
The Orcas takes the first grand final slot in MPLI 2023, dropping AP Bren to the lower bracket.
Dan akhirnya sang paus di sini Echo berhasil menurunkan AP Bren, dan mereka mendapatkan satu slot grand final. You guys, congratulations for the slot for the grand final, and you guys break the win streak of AP Bren.